Hi, I'm Kendall with the Rawls Group. The old African proverb, "it takes a village," illustrates the essential nature of a team approach to succession planning. Succession planning is a complex endeavor. As such, it requires leveraging the expertise of a diversity of backgrounds. Collaboration and different expert opinions provides a 360-degree approach, ensuring the possible, probable, and potential issues impacting your long-term vision are addressed. To provide insight into common questions received from business owners, we are leveraging the village of our valued strategic relationships. As you listen to this episode, you'll be able to immediately apply the key takeaways and you'll come back for more. Now we're going to focus on what can we do to protect our multiples and value during these difficult times.
First, take another look at your business through the eyes of a buyer, using your post-COVID knowledge. This pandemic raised a lot of issues that we weren't ready to contend with, and of course the following recession. So look at your business through the eyes of a buyer. Perhaps take a look at your customer concentration. The risks of those customers may be different today than they looked back in early 2020. For instance, I have a client whose primary customers were in universities. They were university systems. He did some construction work for them. These universities were really thought to be recession-proof. As we know, students go to university campuses. That's where they learn. However, now, post-COVID, we know that it can be different. And so without the students on campus, there's a lot more risk to these customers and his future business. So take another look at those and other aspects as well. Secondly, be able to articulate how your business is going to recover from this pandemic and the recession. Have some financial information to back up your story and have some research. What is going to happen in your industry? What predictions do you have? Should you be looking at some scenario analyses for recovery from this recession? And then finally, update your contingency plans. Now, my mom always said, no sense in closing the barn door after the horses got out. But I really think that this is a great opportunity to sit down and read through your contingency plans and make sure that those are still valid today. Or now with your post-COVID knowledge, do you want to redo some of these contingency plans? Make sure that everything is documented. Documented plans really reduce the risks and can increase your multiples and the value of your business. So just take another look at your business. Make sure that you can see it differently now through the eyes of a buyer post-COVID, and update your plans. That way, you'll be able to preserve that value.
The protection of multiples and values is what succession planning is all about. The value of your business is dependent upon future profitability, and therefore, what are the things you can do to protect the business and being profitable in your absence? I think some basic blocking and tackling, such as checking the successor paperwork with your franchisor. Look at those agreements, make sure they're well documented. I think going through whatever process your franchisor might need you to do to get qualified is critical. And I also think that you need to go back and check estate planning documents, your trustees, control of the business, shareholders agreements, to make sure if you do get COVID and you're lined up for 14 days or 2 months or longer, then you do have a plan to continue operations in your absence. As long as that plan's in place, documented, and people have confidence in it, you will protect the multiples and the values of your business. Again, limiting exposure to team members and some of those operational things are critical too. Team A and team B, making sure they're not interacting through this process, through these times, is also critical. So I think the basic documentation with your franchisors, your estate plans, and processes to limit exposure are the ABCs of protecting the business right now.
Thank you to our strategic partners, The Village, for participating and sharing your perspective. Do you have a burning question you want to discuss with an expert? Feel free to submit it via the Ask an Expert link featured on the page. Continue to listen to this series now or come back later for more. Each question featured may want you to learn something new.